Well, one homeless man in Lubbock is using the generous money that shoppers give back to him to give back to the community. KCBD News Channel 11's Natalie Falkenberry shows us how this man is touching many people's lives.
Devora King and her family shop almost every day at Dollar General in Lubbock. She says that is where they noticed Jesse, a homeless man who spends his days greeting customers and giving back.
Whatever money he receives, he takes it and buy toys for the Toys for Tots and put it in the box.
Jesse has been unhoused for over a year, spending his days trying to make others smile.
He's just doing great things. He's opening doors for customers that come in and out the store all day and telling them God bless them.
When we asked Jesse why he stays at this particular location and why he gives away the money he receives, his answer was simple.
All I know is if God gives me a gift and my heart feels like to help somebody, that's what I'm going to do. Because that's all we have is each other.
Jesse says it is his faith and the generosity of the people he meets that gets him through.
I've not been hungry, I've not been cold, I've not needed or wanted for nothing.
Jesse makes handmade crosses and gives them out for free to remind those in passing that materialistic things are not what life is about.
My life is dedicated to loving people and sharing and being kind and trying to be an example for those who need it. Sometimes just say hi, just smile, wave at somebody. You know, it makes a difference.
Natalie Falkenberry, KCBD News Channel 11.